What's going on YouTube? Mike here, back again with Renegade Forex. In today's video, I'm coming to you after an emotional day of trading, and I just wanted to film this out of inspiration, talking about emotions, how to handle them, and how to trade your trade plan, not your emotions. And these are going to be a few lessons that I am reminded of today, and hopefully I can share them with you in your trading journey. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, because from here on out, I'm going to be doing multiple videos a week until future notice. So I don't want you to miss out on those. And also, we have a lot of stuff in the works coming down the pipeline for Renegade Forex. And I want you to stay up to date with all that stuff as well. So be sure to check the links in the description below. Get on the wait list for the course. Check out the VIP group and some of the other resources down there. And so let's get started with kind of today and like some of the struggles I was experiencing. And I want to talk this stuff out because I don't really ever have any kind of, I've never really had a mentor in my trading journey that talked about like the downside of trading or the frustrating side of trading. It's always just pictures of wins and the occasional loss and like how to trade smart money and stuff. And so I want to be, I'm a little bit more inspired today to actually talk about this kind of stuff, just because I've been having somewhat of a rough day, even though I was able to recover and I was able to take a win and catch a big trade, which was actually right here at this move. I ended up closing it, which I'll break this down in just a minute. But yeah, I just want to kind of talk about like a lot of the emotional side of trading and hopefully inspire you guys to, keep going and understand that it's okay to have rough days and that they're going to happen and you're going to take losses and you're going to get frustrated and stuff. So the last 2 days with trading, today, at the time of filming this video, it's March 23rd, 2023. So today and then yesterday, the 22nd, I've sat down literally at the entry of beautiful trades. And I've missed them. Literally as I'm sitting down at my desk, I'm like, oh, there's a trade and it's going. And I'm jumping into area, or I'm sitting down at areas like this. I'm not actually jumping into the trade. I'm sitting down at areas like this and the trade just dumps. And it's so frustrating because I could have just simply gotten a little bit earlier. And so from this point on, I'm probably going to change my trade plan. I'm typically sitting down technically right around 8 or 8:30 New York time, which is right in this zone here. But I think I'm going to change it to be sitting down at about 7:40 or 7:45, because this has literally happened 2 times in a row. And going back and looking, I see quite a bit of moves on AUD USD, which I'll break down in this video. So that being said, I started off the day really frustrated and having missed a big trade. So let me just show you this trade really quick and we'll set the tone for the video. Right here at this point in time, there is oops, just lost my spot. Hang on one second. There's a 5-minute supply zone that you could have refined right here. And you could have seen this trend line building, this liquidity building under here, and this pullback that mitigates this supply zone. At which point, during the mitigation, and we do get lower time frame confirmations of an entry, we can see price continues off and completely raids this liquidity in these lows right here to break structure, causing a new 5-minute supply zone right here. And so before we get on into this stuff, let's drop down to the 1 minute and see this confirmation. So we have a failed higher high, we have a run down, retracement, accumulation, and then it wicks this low right here, at which point in time that's a change of character. Immediately trades back up into this extreme, into this 1 minute zone. And you could have had a pending order set right here with your stop loss right above it and either taking your profit at the low, which I think was around a 1 to 5 hour trade, or if you use predetermined risk or predetermined technical level, you could have held it for obviously much longer. And so, yeah, I sat down right here and I was I hadn't done any analysis or anything. And I'm sitting here I know that this is a trade. I just know looking at it that this is a trade right here, but I missed it and I can't chase it. And so I just immediately frustrated because this literally like almost identical setup happened yesterday that I missed as well at almost the same time. And so lesson learned there, but that set the tone for the day. And so at this point in time, I was sitting here doing my analysis for my VIP group, doing my daily analysis that I do there, listening to music and just kind of trying to get into the groove, reading my trade plan and everything. And price actually really rapidly buys back up into this zone. And I hadn't reset at this time. I hadn't, taken the time to like reset my emotions and to like recoup from this frustration here. And so I was trading with a lot of frustration in this area here. And so I'll go over this loss that I took. We have to remember that basically this entire move right here from the low here all the way up to this newly created supply zone, newly created swing structure on a higher time frame is a supply zone in itself. And so we don't have to always wait for the extreme. So part of my trade plan is waiting for the absolute extreme unless I get a double confirmation trade lower. And so as you will see, I was actually going against my normal trade plan out of frustration, out of fear of missing out again. And so I just want to show this like this is totally normal and this is part of trading. And also the beautiful part of this is that taking one loss with trades using, smart money concepts and the way that we trade as smart money traders, taking a loss is not a big deal. You're allowed quite a bit of room in your losses and you're able to recuperate them quickly. And so to break down this loss that I took here, we do have a reaction from this supply zone. So just remember this entire time that this entire move from the swing low back here up to the swing high is actually a supply zone. And so we have this reaction, run up, and we can see at this point in time, price just barely wicks. I think it just barely wicked, or maybe it was on my broker. Yeah, it was on my broker. It just barely wicked this candle here, and then it gave us a change of character. And I immediately was like, okay, change of character, we're on. Like this is going to be the trade. We're going to catch the low. I was looking at the 5-minute chart as well. On the 5-minute, just to break it down, I did have actually more confirmation. So this inside bar was actually a 5-minute change of character once this candle traded below it, and price rallied back up into it. And so at this point in time, my expectation of what we know as smart money traders is that price is going to trade somewhere into this zone. And so I just set a pending order right at the bottom of this liquidity gap or of this void, and my stop loss right above it, and it was triggered right at this candle right here. And as you can see, obviously within the next 2 candles traded right through my stop loss. And at this point in time, I was obviously very frustrated. I have now missed a huge trade. I've also lost a trade because I didn't follow my trade plan. I'm just trading off of a random change of character that's happening in the market. There's really not a clear intention of a reversal until later on, which I'll go over. And yeah, I was obviously very frustrated. And so at this point in time, I'm just going to get rid of this just to clean up the chart. At this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, either A, I'm just not patiently waiting enough for my favored extreme, or B, price is going to trade right through it, and I'm just totally wrong in general. And so I kept waiting, just waiting to see what's happening. And this is getting pretty late for me. I'm not usually trading this late. However, I was pretty determined to, recover myself and, come out victorious today. At which point in this area here, I was really starting to consider, closing up shop for the day and just accepting the loss and the missed trade. However, I did see right at this point right here, we do have price actually sells off, rallies back up, and gives another change of character on the 1-minute. And so basically what's happening here is the 5-minute is creating a flip zone. And this is the only times that I've really honestly ever traded a flip zone lower than like the higher time frames, like the 4-hour or the 1-hour chart. And I took this trade. There's a few reasons why I took this trade, and I'll go over that as we work towards this price action. But first of all, I saw price on the 5-minute. So there's a few things on the 5-minute. I saw this candle here, which is a very good sign coming out of a supply zone. That would imply that there was a lot of orders either closed back here that were open back here, or a lot of orders opened in this zone to sell off, or both, because this is such a strong rejection. However, we still need to wait for at least a change of character, and so that didn't happen until many candles later, at which point this change of character, I also saw this wick. So this wick also implies that a lot of selling pressure has been brought into the market, or a lot of orders were closed, either that previously were open here or previously open here again. And so basically, many of you probably know this, but if you're new to smart money concepts, this is just mitigation of open volume that was previously open back here. And through this mitigation, it's not super clean, but we did get a change of character after this little bounce back up, and this attempted rally comes back down. Price gives us a change of character on the 5-minute, at which point during here, I was obviously tired, frustrated, getting ready to quit, but I realized, okay, this is probably very highly likely that price is now going to rally back down to continue the overall trend. And if it doesn't, then I'm just completely wrong, and I just need to close my charts anyways and just be done for the day. And so I said, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to take another trade, and I'm going to, patiently wait and reset my attitude and reset myself for the day, and trade my trade plan, not my emotions. And so at that point in time, right around this area, I said, okay, let's drop back down to the 1-minute. And I have a very clearly refined 1-minute zone that rejected this 1-minute zone and caused the change of character. And so I knew that this was pretty likely going to be the point of interest to frame a trade around. I didn't really feel like messing around and waiting any longer, so I just set a pending order right here, and my stop loss above this high, which was just barely higher than this supply zone, as you can see, just to be safe. And that gave me a 3-pip stop loss, and targeting basically the continuation in this low down here. And so at this point in time, price did trade in and fill my pending order, which you can see it traded one more candle up, had a pretty good reaction, but this reaction didn't actually cause a change of character or anything, and traded back up into the supply zone. And so at this point in time, I'm kind of going, oh crap, okay, I'm going to take another loss, because this is just the continuation of the 1-minute, and price is going to spike and trade, above these highs right here, because they are starting to become somewhat of equal highs. So I said, okay, I'm just going to brace myself and, take the loss if that's what's coming, but I'm not going to close my trade. And that was right in these 2 candles. And so price then reacts back down, reacting off of this 1-minute candle. And we can see it then ranges in and out of my entry for quite a while. So from the entry until we actually moved clearly into profit was about 20 minutes. So for 20 minutes, I'm sitting here going, God, this is going to be a loss. I don't know if I should close this. Maybe I should close it. Maybe I should close it. And so literally like right at this candle or this candle, I said, I need to like reset my mindset. I need to reset my emotions, and I'm going to take a break. I'm going to walk away, and I'm just going to either take the loss or I'm going to take the win. And there's nothing else that can happen besides those 2 things. And my emotions were getting the better of me in this moment. So I decided to step away, go get another cup of coffee, take my dog out for his walk. And I came back literally like right in one of these 2 candles and said, okay, I'm back on. This was after taking a deep breath, collecting my thoughts, collecting my emotions. And I said, okay, I'm back on. However, I'm not, the happiest camper ever trading. I'm still a little frustrated with how the day has gone. I'm still a little bit in my emotions. So I'm going to just be aggressive with my profit, and I'm just going to take it. And I decided that I kind of zoomed out to the bigger picture on the 15-minute. And I said, I don't honestly know if this is going to continue lower and break this low, or if this is just a pullback and price from this demand zone is going to continue on to make new highs. And so I said, I'm just going to take my profit at this supply zone right here. That's still a great gain. That still recovers my loss, and it's still, a winning day. I'm just going to take it. However, now looking back as I'm making this video and I can see price did just react and continue way lower, I do start to get frustrated again. And so this is kind of the point in the summary of the video that I want I want to remind you of and hopefully inspire you to continue on with. And that's just trade your trade plan. Like you literally, if you have a trade plan, let me back up. If you don't have a trade plan, you need to have a specific trade plan and you need to have it marked down word for word, every scenario that I'm talking about and every scenario for a buy, for a sell, everything. Like your typical trading day needs to have a plan from start to finish, and you need to follow it. You need to follow your entries, your trade management, all that stuff. Because if you just follow what you have written down, then there's no need for emotions. And that's a lot easier said than done. And it takes a lot of practice to get there. But at a certain point, your losses and your frustrations and your missed trades, you just don't care anymore because you're still following your plan. Okay, my plan says it's okay to miss trades. Like there's like literally nothing wrong with missing a trade because you're a couple minutes late to the chart. There's going to be times where that happens. There's going to be times where you miss trades while you're asleep, where you miss big moves. Yesterday, case in point, I missed this huge move that I could have caught down here and traded all of this. I missed it because I was out living my life. Like there's going to be times where you miss trades. There's going to be times where you take losses because you think it's a valid trade setup because you're frustrated and you're rushing it. But as long as it's a valid loss, you're following your trade plan. And that thought in itself is calming and can help. It certainly has helped me, and I'm sure it can help many other people get over days like today where it's like, okay, I still followed my trade plan, even though I'm like really flustered, upset. I still am following my trade plan. I still understand in the back of my head that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to make money trading. And that's all you can do at the end of the day. So your trade plan then becomes like your Bible that you can fall back on, and you can study it and you can reread it and remind yourself of what you're doing and why you're doing it in trading. And so for those reasons, I just wanted to film this video out of inspiration. This was literally not a planned video. I'm just doing it because it's just, I just want to talk about even bad days in trading. And that's part of being a real trader. Like there's going to be times where, okay, yeah, I could have held this and I could have gotten, at least this low right here. But I didn't, and that's okay. And, it's not going to be, you don't have to have perfect execution to make money trading, and you certainly don't have to win every trade to make money. And lastly, the last point, you don't necessarily always have to know exactly what is happening in the market to make money as well. I had no idea what's happening on the 15-minute. Now I do. Now I can see as it's forming what's happening. But up here, I had absolutely no idea. I said, I don't know if this is pro or counter trend on the 15-minute, but the 5-minute is telling me, the direction. And so I'm gonna leave that there. This has been just, like I said, a totally inspirational, like not a planned video. It's just been filmed out of inspiration. So hopefully you enjoy it. And like I said, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.